In the silence of the universe, even the Earth whispers warnings. NASA scientists have observed strange changes deep within our planet's atmosphere and magnetic field, causing many people to ask a frightening question: is Earth slowly losing gravity this summer? The truth is more mysterious than fear itself. Tiny shifts in gravity happen naturally as ice melts, oceans move, and the planet breathes through seasons. But when humanity hears the word gravity, the mind trembles because gravity is the invisible force holding oceans, mountains, and even our own bodies to this world. Imagine waking up one morning and feeling lighter, as if the earth beneath your feet had weakened its grip. Scientists say there is no immediate danger, yet they continue to monitor unusual gravitational fluctuations from satellites orbiting high above the planet. These changes may be small, but they remind us of a powerful lesson. Nothing in existence is completely permanent. The Earth itself is alive, constantly shifting, changing, and responding to the actions of nature and mankind. For centuries, wise thinkers taught that balance is the foundation of life. When balance is disturbed, even slightly, the consequences echo through oceans, climates, and human hearts. Today, rising temperatures melt glaciers, alter ocean currents, and redistribute the weight of water across the planet. These movements can slightly affect Earth's gravitational pull. It is not magic. It is the quiet mathematics of nature revealing itself. But the deeper question is not whether gravity is disappearing. The deeper question is whether humanity is losing its connection to the Earth. We build towers higher than mountains, chase speed faster than thought, and fill our lives with noise, yet many people no longer feel grounded. Perhaps the fear surrounding NASA's warning is really a reflection of our own inner instability. This summer, instead of living in panic, live in awareness. Walk slowly beneath the sky, feel the weight of your footsteps on the ground. Understand that gravity is more than physics, it is a symbol of connection. The Earth still holds you. The universe still carries you. And every breath reminds you that balance between humanity and nature must never be ignored. The stars may seem distant, but the future of Earth is decided by the choices made here, today, beneath our feet. NASA scientists are monitoring small gravitational fluctuations caused by natural changes like melting ice, shifting oceans, and atmospheric movement. NASA scientists continue to study mysterious changes happening around the Earth, and one of the most fascinating discoveries involves tiny fluctuations in gravity. While this may sound frightening, these changes are not signs that people will suddenly float into space. Earth's gravity remains strong and stable enough to support life exactly as it always has. However, researchers have observed that gravity can shift slightly depending on how mass moves across the planet. Melting glaciers, rising sea levels, changing ocean currents, and even seasonal movements of water beneath the ground can all create subtle differences in Earth's gravitational pull. High above the planet, satellites equipped with advanced instruments carefully measure these changes. They track how ice disappears from polar regions, how oceans redistribute weight across continents, and how climate patterns reshape the balance of the Earth itself. What appears invisible to human eyes becomes visible through science. Every mountain, river, and ocean contributes to the delicate force that keeps humanity connected to the ground beneath their feet. The idea of gravity changing causes fear because gravity represents stability. It is the invisible power that holds the world together. Without it, life as we know it could not exist. Yet nature has always been in motion. The Earth rotates, oceans rise and fall, and continents slowly shift over millions of years. Small gravitational fluctuations are part of the living rhythm of the planet. What makes this discovery important is not panic, but awareness. These scientific observations remind humanity that the Earth responds to everything happening upon it. Human activity, environmental destruction, and climate imbalance leave marks upon the planet in ways many people never imagine. NASA's research becomes a mirror reflecting the connection between humanity and nature. Even the smallest change in the Earth carries a message, balance matters, and every action leaves an imprint on the world we all share. The speech explains that Earth is not suddenly losing gravity, but these scientific observations remind humanity that the planet is constantly changing. The Earth has always appeared permanent and unshakable, yet science reveals that our planet is constantly changing in ways most people never notice. NASA's observations about tiny gravitational fluctuations remind humanity that even the forces we trust the most are part of a living system. Gravity is not disappearing, but it can slightly shift as the balance of mass across the Earth changes. This truth carries a deeper meaning beyond science alone. It reminds us that nothing in existence stands completely still forever. Many people imagine the Earth as solid and fixed, but beneath the surface, oceans move endlessly, glaciers melt, underground water shifts, and the atmosphere changes every moment. These natural processes slightly influence the planet's gravitational field. Scientists use satellites to measure these changes with extraordinary precision, tracking how climate and environmental transformations reshape the balance of the Earth itself. The numbers may be small, but the message behind them is powerful. Human beings often live as if they are separate from nature. Cities grow louder, technology becomes faster, and minds become distracted by endless noise. Yet the Earth quietly responds to every action. Forests disappear, temperatures rise, and oceans absorb the consequences of human behavior. NASA's findings become more than scientific data. They become a reminder that humanity and nature are deeply connected. The fear surrounding the idea of changing gravity reflects something deeper inside people. Many individuals feel disconnected, unstable, and uncertain about the future. In a world filled with chaos and speed, people search for something solid to hold on to. Gravity symbolizes that stability. It is the invisible force that keeps life grounded. Instead of reacting with fear, this moment invites awareness. The Earth is teaching humanity an important lesson about balance. When harmony with nature is disturbed, even small changes can echo across the world. True stability does not come only from the planet beneath our feet, but also from the wisdom to live in balance with the world around us. It connects physical gravity with spiritual balance, suggesting that humans are becoming emotionally and mentally disconnected from nature. For centuries, humanity has looked toward the sky searching for answers, yet some of the greatest mysteries exist beneath our own feet. NASA's recent studies about Earth's tiny gravitational changes have awakened both curiosity and fear across the world. People hear the phrase losing gravity and immediately imagine disaster, but the reality is far more subtle and meaningful. The Earth is not suddenly weakening. Instead, scientists are observing how natural changes within the planet affect the invisible force that keeps everything grounded. Gravity depends on mass, and the Earth's mass is constantly shifting. Ice melts into oceans, underground water moves through dry land, and enormous weather systems travel across continents. Even earthquakes and seasonal changes can slightly alter gravitational measurements. These differences are incredibly small, yet advanced satellites can detect them with astonishing accuracy. Through this technology, humanity is witnessing the hidden pulse of the planet for the first time in history. But beyond science lies a deeper reflection about balance. Nature has always lived through harmony. Oceans, forests, mountains, and skies exist together in a delicate system where every movement affects another. Humanity, however, often forgets this connection. Modern life pushes people toward endless consumption, distraction, and separation from the natural world. Many no longer pause to feel the ground beneath their feet or notice the quiet rhythms of the Earth itself. The idea of gravity shifting becomes symbolic of a greater imbalance within humanity. When people lose connection with nature, they also lose connection with themselves. Anxiety grows, peace disappears, and fear spreads quickly. NASA's observations remind us that the planet is alive and responsive. Every action taken upon the Earth creates consequences that echo far beyond what human eyes can immediately see. This moment should not inspire panic but awareness. The Earth continues to hold humanity just as it always has. Yet it also asks for respect, balance, and responsibility. The future of the planet depends not only on scientific discoveries, but on whether humanity chooses harmony over destruction. Climate change and environmental imbalance are presented as major forces affecting Earth's natural systems and stability. NASA's warning about strange gravitational fluctuations has captured the imagination of millions of people around the world. The idea that Earth could somehow be losing gravity sounds like the beginning of a science fiction story. Yet behind the fear lies a real scientific observation. Researchers have discovered that tiny variations in Earth's gravitational pull occur naturally as the planet changes over time. These changes are extremely small and not dangerous to daily life, but they reveal something extraordinary about the living nature of our world. Earth is not frozen in perfection. It is constantly moving, shifting, and responding to forces both natural and human-made. Gravity is one of the most powerful forces in existence, though people rarely stop to think about it. Every step, every ocean wave, every falling leaf depends upon gravity. It silently holds mountains in place and keeps the atmosphere wrapped around the planet like a protective blanket. Without gravity, life itself could not survive. This is why even the smallest discussion about changes in gravity creates fear deep inside the human mind. People instinctively understand that gravity represents safety, balance, and connection. NASA scientists use advanced satellites to measure Earth with incredible precision. These instruments can detect changes caused by melting glaciers, shifting underground water, rising oceans, and even changes in atmospheric pressure. As ice disappears from polar regions, the distribution of Earth's mass changes slightly, and this can influence gravitational measurements. The planet behaves almost like a breathing organism, adjusting itself continuously through natural cycles. Science now allows humanity to witness these hidden movements that were invisible for most of history. Yet perhaps the most important message is not scientific but spiritual in nature. Humanity has become increasingly disconnected from the Earth. Modern society moves at an unnatural speed. People spend more time staring at screens than watching the sky. Cities grow louder while human hearts grow more restless. In this endless pursuit of progress, many have forgotten the quiet relationship between themselves and nature. The fear surrounding NASA's warning may reflect more than concern about physics. It may reflect humanity's deeper anxiety about instability in the modern world. Climate change, environmental destruction, rising temperatures, and unpredictable weather all remind people that balance is fragile. The Earth responds to every action taken upon it. Forests vanish, oceans warm, and natural systems slowly shift under the pressure of human activity. Instead of responding with panic, humanity should respond with awareness. The Earth is still holding us firmly. Gravity has not disappeared. But these discoveries remind us that the planet is alive and interconnected in ways greater than most people realize. Every breath, every river, every movement of the oceans is part of a delicate balance. When humanity respects that balance, harmony becomes possible again. The speech encourages awareness, calmness, and reconnection with the Earth instead of fear, emphasizing harmony between humanity and nature. The future of Earth is not decided only by scientists, governments, or powerful institutions. It is shaped quietly each day by the choices humanity makes. NASA's discoveries about tiny gravitational fluctuations may seem distant from ordinary life, yet they carry an important reminder about the fragile connection between people and the planet they live upon. Gravity itself has not vanished, and there is no immediate danger to humanity. But the discussion surrounding these changes has awakened a deeper awareness inside many people. It reminds the world that Earth is not separate from human actions. The planet responds to everything that happens upon it. For many years, humanity believed nature would endlessly tolerate destruction. Forests were cut down without thought, oceans filled with pollution, and the atmosphere changed under the weight of industrial growth. Yet nature always answers in its own quiet language. Rising temperatures, melting glaciers, violent storms, and shifting environmental systems are signs that balance is being disturbed. NASA's measurements become another reflection of this truth. Even the smallest changes in Earth's mass distribution can now be seen from space, revealing how interconnected everything truly is. But this message should not create fear. Fear clouds the mind and weakens wisdom. Instead, it should inspire mindfulness and responsibility. Every human being has the ability to restore balance in small but meaningful ways. Respecting nature, reducing harm, and living with greater awareness are not acts of weakness. They are acts of survival and wisdom. The Earth has supported humanity for countless generations, providing air, water, food, and shelter without asking for anything in return except care